I've been asked to tell something about the outreach ministry of the Allen Temple Baptist Church and to share about Allen Temple's interest in social justice as well as Allen Temple's past history in working in the community with social change groups such as the Black Panther Party. Might I say to you that some people think that the church is a place where people only meet on Sunday to meet, eat, and greet, and then go home and sit in the rocking chair of lazy religion and say, "Oh, what good people we are." Quite to the contrary, the church is concerned about offering, especially in this community of death, a culture of life. For example, if one would travel up and down International Boulevard and see deviant behavior taking place, drug sales in broad daylight, or people standing on the street corner drinking wine out of a paper bag, or young men and women without a purpose for living other than to stand on the street corner and just pass the time away, or to hear the sirens crying because police are headed to a spot where someone has been killed, or to see young people engaged in theft and robbery instead of being in school. These are all expressions of the culture of death, and the churches are here to offer a culture of life, here to offer an alternate lifestyle. And some people think that the church is just concerned about the sweet by and by, going to heaven when we die. But the Allen Temple Church has never professed to know anything about the furniture of heaven or the temperature of hell. Outreach programs here at Allen Temple are designed to bring life, health, and wholeness to all people in the community, beginning from the womb to the tomb. We have programs of health, and health is a broad field. We're concerned about mental health. We're concerned about emotional health. We're concerned about moral health. And since we are more than animals, for animals just exist, but we are more than animals, and therefore there has to be a spiritual component that deals with value, that deals with worth, that deals with purpose, that endeavors to answer, why am I here? What is my purpose on life? Because I'm here to do more than to get up every day and go through a repetitious routine of eating and drinking, and then going home in the evening looking at television, at something that doesn't make sense, that's called entertainment, and then going to bed and get up the next day to repeat that. No, this is why our programs where they who work with people are more than social workers. We're trying to endeavor to help people to be healthy mentally, morally, physically, and spiritually. Jesus said to a sick man one day, "Do you want to get well?" The King James Version of the Bible translates it, "Do you want to be made whole?" And so our message of salvation is a holistic salvation, to help people be healthy and whole mentally, morally, emotionally, spiritually, and socially. Socially means how people relate to each other in community, how people relate to each other on their jobs, how people relate to each other in the neighborhood, how people relate to each other when they're strangers, whether they treat people with dignity and respect, and because they treat people with dignity and respect, people in turn treat them the same way, and therefore the community has harmony. And all of this, in terms of harmonious living, it helps to bring about a culture of life to replace a culture of death. That's why we have the Family Life Center. If there are spots in East Oakland where people are in a red zone of violence and where they kill each other, the Family Life Center then becomes an alternative place where there is an option for life rather than an option for death. The option for life here at Allen Temple provides job training. It not only provides job training, it helps people who have anger management problems. It helps people who need a GED. It helps people whose lives have been wrecked, but it says to them they're not ruined. Come and we will help you make a new start in life. Come to our Family Life Center where there are programs to help you get started. The church just didn't start doing these things this year or last year or the year before. Many years ago, the Allen Temple Baptist Church, when I was pastor, developed a close relationship with the Black Panther Party, and many of those Black Panthers are now members of this church, and they have held leadership positions in the church. One of the first things that we did was to work with the Black Panther Party in getting people in East Oakland to register and vote, and so that they could assume responsibility for carving out the future of their own lives, the lives of their children, and the lives of the unborn. And as a result of this partnership with Black Panthers, we were able to get our first African-American mayor elected, Mayor Lionel Wilson. And we're so blessed to have our own Larry Reed as the city council person for District 7. When we become involved in politics, we are saying that we want to help shape the government the government that will seek the best interests of all of the people in East Oakland. That's why Allen Temple has a Hispanic ministry. That's why Allen Temple has a Hispanic pastor. That's why the Hispanic congregation and the African American congregation work together on projects, and we even worship together. So I'm so proud of the fact that the Allen Temple Church is multiracial and multicultural according to the ratio of the other races that live in this community, which means that we do have Anglo members, we do have white members, but not as many as other churches where the white presence is very noticeable in the community. But on the racial basis, we have white members, we have African American members, we have Asian members, and we have Hispanic, Spanish-speaking members. We have Africans who have moved here from various parts of the motherland. And our outreach is not only for this community, but we have a global presence around the world. And I'm so happy to be a part of such a church. And we realize that we cannot transform East Oakland by ourselves. So therefore we have healthy partnerships with other agencies in this community where we work as a team to address those issues that will eradicate the culture of death and bring the culture of life, and will enable East Oakland to be a healthy community.
I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. Jesus says, I tell you the truth. Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did it unto me. This is the scriptural foundation by which the Allen Temple's health and social services and community care ministries are designed to strengthen and stabilize families by assisting them to create and maintain healthy environments. The services and ministries are dedicated to supporting the economically disadvantaged with education, spiritual support, and exposure to positive approaches to life. The ministry concerns itself with the whole man in life, mind, body, and spirit, through the areas of advocacy, health and wellness, self-sufficiency, children and youth programs. The ministry strongly supports the development of a healthy mind with our children and youth. One of the ways that is achieved is through our high-rise tutorial program under the direction of Dr. Mary Washington and staff. They assist kids from grades 3 through 12. Our overall aim and goal with this program is to ensure that our children and youth develop and promote strong learning disciplines leading to a higher achievement attitude in their academic life. Ultimately, we feel that we are doing our part to help eradicate the low achievement scores that is prevalent within our inner city public schools. Another area of ministry is the Children and Youth After School Music Program. This program was developed and instituted by our former Minister of Music of Arts, Sister Betty Gatlin, who is now retired and very active. It has been assumed by Dr. Alvin McLean. This ministry was born out of a necessity to give young people the opportunity to learn to play an instrument, and for those already playing to enhance their musical skills. More importantly, this ministry helps to fill the void of music and arts programs that is no longer offered in most of our inner city public schools. Ms. Gatlin was able to secure professional jazz and classical musicians to provide teaching in brass, woodwinds, strings, piano, and percussion instruments to the participants of the program. Each year, the ministry conducts a music camp which the participants learn basic music concepts, learn how to read and write music notes. It has been documented that learning how to read music strongly enhances one's ability to understand math concepts. Finally, the music camp concludes with a concert. This gives all the participants the opportunity to play their instruments individually and collectively as one band. It is one of the most remarkable sights to behold. Our children and youth programs provide the opportunity for personal growth through Bible study, tutoring, outreach ministries to seniors, veteran hospitals, youth group homes, and writing and creating dramas centered around issues that directly affect their lives. This past year, through the help of Health and Social Service Ministry, the youth successfully wrote, produced, and performed a drama confronting teenage anger and violence, teen pregnancy, and HIV/AIDS. And at the end of the year, the youth ministry celebrates an event called OMG, Oh My God. This event allows them to come together with other youth in the community where they fellowship, worship, play games, and build new friendships and relationships. The Allen Temple Girl and Boy Scout troops have a proud distinction of being the largest troops in the Bay Area. They both teach them personal responsibility, the value of goal setting, spirit of teamwork, and the thrill of accomplishments. Our Boy Scout Troop 409 has been honored and nationally recognized of having produced and awarded over 26 Eagle Scouts to this date. Our Boys and Girls Rites of Passage programs are under the leadership of Deacon London Wright and Reverend Barbara Jim George. Some of the goals and values of this program are to teach youth to demonstrate social and ecological and economic justice for everyone, to empower them with the tools to develop a strong sense of self and wise decision-making skills, resist pressure from peers to participate in unacceptable behavior, and understand the potential of consequences of unprotected sex. The Junior Deacons program trains young boys in spiritual matters of their lives and prepares them to become spiritual leaders within their peer group and in the community. The Allen Temple Health and Social Services strongly advocates a mental health awareness component by offering counseling through our Dr. Robert C. Scott Wellness Center. The late Robert Scott was a gifted healer and educator who used God-given talents to serve patients across the social and economic and ethnic boundaries. The center is a holistic center that is designed to meet the physical, mental, and spiritual needs of the community. The Bethsaida Counseling Center addresses the mental health component, providing case management, psychological assessment, family counseling, individual and group counseling. The ministry provides teen and adult anger management and domestic violence classes certified by the Alameda County Probation Department, and also provides a 12-step Christ-centered program confronting addictions and other substance abuse. Our self-sufficiency program provides our community residents with the resources to obtain employment. Training is conducted in areas of computer literacy, job search information, resume preparation, interview techniques, financial literacy, and green job training programs through our collaborative partners like PG&E, Home Efficiency Program, and Covenant Associates. We also provide and conduct GED classes. The athletic ministry at Allen Temple Baptist Church challenged youth to build self-esteem and enhance their interpersonal skills through athletic sports activities as well as staying physically fit. The ministry is comprised of several sports activities such as baseball, basketball, junior golf, and young adult softball. They conclude the season with an annual awards banquet where they award all the participants for their efforts throughout the season. These event speakers are usually professional personalities from our Bay Area baseball, basketball, and football teams, such as past baseball great Joe Morgan, a Bay Area favorite, and Nate Pee Wee Oliver. This year, the ministry honored Deacon Bobby Reed, one of the founders of the ministry, for 30 years of service. The ministry also has an exercise and fitness program, which includes Zumba, aerobics, and yoga, as well as dance. The Health and Social Service Ministry is concerned about the spirit of the man through evangelism, telling of the good news of Jesus Christ, visiting the prisons through our prison ministry, and our street disciples, which support and aid victims of human trafficking. We also, with our spiritual side, is our Hispanic ministry, which is now conducting services to brothers and sisters from our Latin American countries. Our AIDS ministry. The ministry was founded in 1987 by Dr. J. Alfred Smith Sr. and the late Dr. Robert C. Scott. It is currently chaired by Gloria Cox Crowell. The Allen Temple AIDS Ministry seeks to combat the fear and prejudice surrounding HIV/AIDS by providing medical and social services as well as prevention education. Our volunteers are a diverse group of dedicated and committed individuals serving on behalf of themselves, their churches, or faith and community organization. Our faith-based community and corporate partners provide monetary donations or grants, resources, and expertise which help to sustain and expand our program and services. Faith-based partners: Lafayette Arenda Presbyterian Church, St. Benedict's Catholic Church, City of Refuge United Church. Our corporate and civic funders are Kaiser Community Grants Program, Alameda County Public Health, American Baptist Homes of the West, and our community, East Bay AIDS Walk, California Prevention Education Project. We also provide housing for those living with HIV/AIDS at the Allen Temple Manor. We have the Food for Life midweek congregant lunch programs for people living with AIDS in Alameda County. Other programs such as Mercy Brown Bag, Commodities, Alameda County Program, Food Pantry, Cal Fresh Program. We have on-site enrollment services, a PICP, Pre-Existing Condition Insurance Plan. As a result of the Federal Affordable Care Act of 2010, the PCIP offers health coverage to medically uninsurable individuals who live in California. It is available for individuals who have not had health coverage in the last 6 months. The Health and Social Services prides itself by serving and celebrating our seniors through providing housing at the Allen Temple Arms 1 and 2 and Allen Temple Gardens. We also have a senior informational referral and resource center. Our seniors are precious to our community. This past May, our senior advocate, AARP of San Francisco, conducted training with the senior volunteers and a community walkability survey to create a safer and a more walkable community. The prophetic justice ministry of Allen Temple carries on the distinctive justice tradition that comes with the legacy of being an African American church in the 21st century. The ministry, along with our political representatives like Congresswoman Barbara Lee, former Assemblyman and current Deputy Mayor Sandre Swanson, former Black Panther Bobby Seale, Dr. J. Alpha Smith Sr. and Dr. J. Alpha Smith Jr., and the Reverend Daniel Buford, who serves as the prophetic justice minister, all work on critical social justice issues that impact our quality of life individually and collectively. It is necessary to be present at city council meetings to protest and let the prophetic voices be heard on behalf of our community. The other is community education and organization information referral and advocacy. The objective is to speak truth to power on behalf of the powerless. Finally, in August of each year, all of the social, health, educational, civic, county, medical, and dental providers come together at the Allen Temple Annual Holistic Health Fair held on the campus of the church. Everyone in the community is invited to come and partake of free health, blood pressure screenings, HIV testing, dental exams, prostate exams, massages, dietary information, back-to-school physical exams for children, and exercise programs for a better way of health. Thus, the existence of the Allen Temple Health and Social Services endeavors to live and promote the biblical mandate of Jesus Christ through a holistic approach in ministry. That is to serve the community and concerning itself with the whole man, mind, body, and spirit. We thank all of our many partners and supporters that share their time and resources to allow this ministry to serve the community, aiding us as we continue telling our stories.